everybody, welcome back to Crust Punk Baking. This is video number 3. Today we're doing pimento cheese. Pimento cheese is a southern staple. I have no idea its origin. I just know that it's absolutely delicious. So it is essentially a blend of cheeses, some mayo, spices, pickled red peppers, and whatever else you want to throw in there. First time I had it, I had no idea what it was. I didn't really want to eat it because I thought it looked like pickle loaf. And then a pound of cheese and a sleeve of Ritz later, I've been just kind of a gigantic fan ever since. So this is one of those controversial Southern recipes because everybody's recipe is the best. Clearly, this one is going to be the best. And there are a couple different types. You see a lot of pimento cheeses, pimento cheese spread. This is going to be more of a cheese. It's not going to be heavy on mayo. There's no cream cheese or anything like that. It's really just kind of a fancied up cheddar. But the hands down the biggest Southern controversy I've ever encountered is the mayo controversy. That being, to any Southerner, or at least any North Carolinian, Duke's mayo is the only mayo. I don't know why. I don't question it. I've gotten the argument too many times, and you'll never change anyone's mind on it. So you can't do a pimento cheese recipe without Duke's mayo. So that's where we're going today. So ingredient wise, we're using my super duper secret spice blend, which will be in the description of this video. So it's only going to be a secret till you read it. It is salt, pepper, cayenne pepper, crushed red pepper, paprika, onion powder, garlic powder. Then we're using some pickled pimentos. You can use any amount. You can go light, heavy, whatever. You're not going to get too much flavor from it, but you will get like a little bit of a sweetness. You're not really going to taste the peppers from it. And then, of course, we have mayo. And then my secret ingredient is pickled jalapeños. The brine from the jalapeno and the flavor from the jalapeno really cuts through the cheese and kind of adds like a punch to the end that I really think makes it. And what's cool about this recipe, you can swap out the cheese and mayo for vegan substitutes. It's going to taste almost the exact same. All right, so let's get to my favorite segment, the cheat code segment. All right, so we will be using the meat grinder attachment for a KitchenAid mixer. It kind of makes pellets out of the cheese instead of shredded cheese. And since we're using a Mondo block of really good cheddar cheese, we'll need something to grind it up. You can use any type of cheese, shredded, not shredded, do it however you want. It's all really going to turn out the same. I prefer just a really good sharp cheddar because I want to taste the cheese and I want to taste all the ingredients together. So, all right, let's party. As we enter ludicrous speed, we're grinding up all of the cheese. I'm doing 2 pounds here, so double the recipe below for 2 pounds. Give it a really good mix, get everything in there, and then you're good to go. All right, so we're all mixed up. We're ready to go. The recipe itself does sound pretty spicy. There's 6 different kinds of peppers in it, but it's not very spicy at all. And one thing I do really like about it is that it's a really dry recipe. I prefer to make it a day in advance. The cheese will kind of soak up some of the oil from the mayo, but of course you can just eat it right off the bat and it'll be fine. All right, so let's make a little grilled cheese. Made some rye bread earlier today, so this should be pretty delicious. All right, sandwich time. Freshly off of the skillet on our freshly baked rye bread. Look at that beauty. So I learned this trick from this sweet little old Southern lady. She put mayonnaise on the outside of her bread instead of butter or oil. And I've never done it differently since learning it. It is so much better. It does sound kind of gross, but trust me, you'll want to do it. So feel free to use this recipe. It's the best recipe in the world because I came up with it, and it's also really good. And enjoy. Thanks, guys.